Oh, hey YouTube, it's Chuck. Welcome back to the Apiary. It's the 19th of September, and we have some chores to do. It is the fall flow right about now. The hives are going to start putting on weight for about a month, mostly in October, but I peeked in the observation hive this morning and I was starting to see that little glisten of some nectar being stored in the cells, which means nectar's coming in. Plenty of honey in the observation hive, which means they weren't starving and I wasn't doing any supplemental feeding, so they're doing really, really good. I'm going to give you a little clip of the observation hive just to show you what I'm talking about right here. All right, here we're inside with the observation hive, and this is what I wanted to show you. Can you see that glistening nectar? That is nectar coming in. I do this, here's the dotted line. I put right at the edge so that if I come back tomorrow or the next day, if there's wax cappings inside, I know they're capping. If there's wax cappings that are open outside, I know they're consuming. But I can just tell by the glistening of that nectar in there that that is nectar coming in. They've got it down here, and this is all capped honey that's been there pretty much most of the summer. But if you come down here, there's some glistening honey, nectar, and all the way down here in the brood chamber, it's all glistening. They're bringing this nectar in. I'm gonna go ahead and switch you around to the other side, and you're gonna see the same thing. Lots of brood, and there's Mama right there. You can see she's kind of moseying around. And we'll come up here to the top. And here you can see they've almost finished this entire frame, but just some glistening honey in there. And if you notice, these cappings here are different than these cappings here. That's probably just based on the time that they were capped and the wax and everything. So more than likely, this was capped recently and this was previously capped. Which is another indication that the nectar is coming in. So it's time to get supers on, but I just wanted to show you how I use the observation hive as an indicator. Can't recommend enough to get your own observation hive. So hopefully that showed you what I was talking about, where you can start to see through an observation hive when nectar's coming in. I use the little dotted lines just to kind of reference, so if I look at it in a couple days, I can tell if they're eating, consuming, or storing, whether or not wax cappings encroach on my little lines. It's just a little trick I have in my observation hive. But what we need to do, the fall flow in Jacksonville is only a month, it's pretty short, but I like to have at least one super on every single hive that is of the strength to store some honey this time of year, just to give them a place to store some, get a little bit of extra honey for the collection, and ensure that they're the right strength and going into winter. We won't get these hives ready for winter until after this flow is over, probably early November we'll do that after the October flow is over. And we'll squeeze them all down like we did last year. Look back in my library if you're curious about how we do that. But in any case, I'm just going to carry you with me today, just show you a little bit of what I'm doing, maybe double check for some eggs, make sure the hives are queen right. Probably shouldn't put a super on a hive that's not queen right. Obviously this is a good time to check that. And of course, just get a peek at general health of each hive this time of year. So sit back, enjoy this show, and let me know what you think. All right, YouTube. As you can probably see, the hives are doing pretty darn good. There's a lot of activity, a lot of pollen going in. Some of the hives already have supers on them, so I can do a quick check. If you're putting supers on, queen excluders is what I do, but it depends on the time of the year, it depends on how much wax you want to build, and it depends on the condition of the wax you have. If you need wax to be built, queen excluders are going to keep that from happening, so you might as well just let them build wax if they have enough nectar and let the queen lay in it a little bit. Just some thoughts. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and suit up. I do have my mite check equipment out, so if we get a good sample, maybe I'll do a spot mite check or two. And if it's kind of boring, just stick with me and we'll see how it goes. So this is a hive with a super already on it. They're already drawing it out. I didn't see any nectar in it, but this one is good to go. But I want to just take a quick peek below. Everything looks very, very good. Lots of brood. So they're laying just fine. Kind of have a frame coming apart here. See how this frame's kind of coming apart? Not the time of year to fix frames. Pollen and nectar. I see some glistening nectar in here, just like in the observation hive, so that is good. Didn't see the queen, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick mite check here. That was not quite 300 bees, so I'm not going to get a great sampling, but I'm just going to kind of see, are we at an extreme or are we at a minimum? That's about all I'm going to do here. And I'm going to put this back together. Uh-oh, yeah, we got some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. We got mites, so you saw that oxalic acid in there. And now we've got mites in excess of 10. So I'm gonna need to throw a quick vapor on these bees later. So that is why we check. I did not expect to have that many mites in there with that extended acid strip. So that's why we check. And I am going to put a note on here about the mite check. 9, 19, 10 plus mites. That way I know. That's why we check. All right. All right, this is a double deep, and they are looking strong, even on the second layer. I'd like to just find some evidence of queen laying. Definitely storing nectar. I'd really like just to see an egg or two before I crack open that bottom, but they're filling this up with nectar, so this is going to be a... Got to crack open the bottom. very healthy. In my mind, there's no doubt she's laying, but I'm gonna check on this one. Eggs, larva. Yep, she's laying, so I'm gonna leave the bottom alone. Let them keep going. Reassemble, and I'll do the mite check on those bees I shook out of the top. Putting a queen excluder on. Super. Oop. Dead bees up here. See this? This is usually an indication of robbing attempts. So these bees were trying to get in, but they died up top trying. So that's a sign that something could be wrong. So this might get a little bit more attention. Making sure there's a queen. Everybody's happy. Some stored honey, not recent though. There's a little bit of glistening nectar in there. I think everything looks okay. I'm not too worried. No glaring signs of population collapse or anything. Capped brood larva, so we're laying. All right, we'll leave her alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So better for this time of year. 6 is okay. I got enough bees on that one, so I'm pretty sure that's all there was. So I'm okay with that. So sieving it out. I'm still probably going to hit it with some oxalic acid. Once you pull out the OA vapor, might as well hit them all. Got to be rough with your gear. No questions there. She's fine. Only one mite there. So this hive is looking good. So mixed. So it's not an epidemic in the apiary. Hive to hive, based on the treatments. Not going to check that one. Queen laying up top. More supers. Okay, YouTube, I've got all my production hives with a super on, checked the mites in some of them, assessed moderate mite count in some, high mite count in others, and low mite count in others. So this whole apiary is going to get a shot of oxalic acid vapor over a series of weeks. I might make a video of me doing that just so you can see how I use my vaporizer if you haven't watched that before. Generally, I saw laying in every single hive. There's no dead outs. That was one of the important things I checked. So mites, laying queen, and the nectar coming in. So this production apiary is ready to go. I still have my nukes and everything over here that are strong. I just need to make sure they don't get overpopulated, but they're going to be set up for winter just fine. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I do this for you, and I also enjoy doing it. Anyway, see you next time. Have a great day.